For too long, Africa has been the consumer of what others produce today. That era ends. This motorbike plant is not just a factory, it's a symbol. A symbol that Burkina Faso youth can build, innovate, and lead. We are not waiting for permission. We are creating our own path with partners who respect our sovereignty. Africa will rise not with aid, but with industry, dignity, and determination.
In a world where African nations are often seen as raw material suppliers, just exporters of cotton, gold, and oil, one country is now flipping the script, and not with the help of the West, but with the rising sun of the East. Japan has just signed a historic $100 billion partnership with Japan to launch Africa's first motorbike manufacturing plant, a deal that could redefine not only transportation, but the entire industrial future of the Sahel. Burkina Faso under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Burkina Faso is now positioning itself to become Africa's motorbike capital, designed by Africans, assembled in Africa, and made for Africa, and design the engines of their own destiny. Forget secondhand bikes. Forget foreign imports. And AfricVibe News is here to bring you every detail. How this deal was struck, what it means for youth employment, industrialization, regional trade, and Burkina Faso's bold stand against neo-colonial economic dependency. This isn't just a factory. This is the rise of a movement, where African nations take the driver's seat, build their own roads, officially signed a groundbreaking $100 billion agreement with the government of Japan. The deal? To establish Africa's first large-scale motorbike manufacturing plant, right in the heart of Ouagadougou. So, buckle up as we dive deep into how Japan and Burkina Faso are changing the face of Africa, one motorbike at a time. It is a fully integrated industrial ecosystem. The project includes, on July 20th, 2025, the government of Burkina Faso, led by President Ibrahim Traoré. This is not just any ordinary factory project. A manufacturing plant capable of producing over 500,000 motorcycles per year. Japan has supported several infrastructure, agriculture, and education initiatives in the country through JITSA, Japan International Cooperation Agency, an engineering and training institute to build local capacity. Traoré's government made it clear, Africa must stop being a dumping ground. We will manufacture what we need, and we will train our youth to lead it. For Burkina Faso, it is a technological leap forward, one that puts the country in charge of value creation, not just resource extraction. Burkina Faso's delegation included youth entrepreneurs, engineers, and the president himself. The Japanese prime minister praised the agreement as a milestone for sustainable and inclusive industrialization in Africa, a research and innovation center focused on solar-powered mobility, a nationwide distribution and servicing network, and a local parts supply chain to reduce reliance on imports for Japan. This partnership offers a strategic foothold in West Africa, where mobility solutions are in massive demand. According to Burkina Faso's Ministry of Industry, the project is expected to create over 65,000 direct jobs and more than 200,000 indirect jobs across the region. In Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Mali, and many other countries, bikes are used for. But how did this deal come about? And why Japan? Japan and Burkina Faso may seem like unlikely partners, but their relationship has been quietly building for over a decade. However, the dynamic changed when President Ibrahim Traoré took office. Japan responded. Behind the scenes, top-level negotiations began between Japanese industrial leaders, including Yamaha, Honda, and Suzuki, and Burkina Faso's new Ministry of Industrial Sovereignty, created by Traoré himself. The Japanese saw an opportunity, not just to profit, but to build a long-term presence in a continent that is rising fast. The deal was signed in Tokyo with full media coverage. You might ask, why motorcycles? Here's the answer. Motorbikes are Africa's #1 mode of transportation. Personal transport, delivery services, agriculture support. It's about economic transformation, informal trading, and even emergency medical services. Yet, nearly all these bikes are imported from Asia, often secondhand and difficult to maintain. The result? High fuel consumption, pollution, lack of spare parts. This will train 10,000 youth every year, with job guarantees after graduation. No job creation locally. This new plant will change that. It will produce Over 40% of the factory workforce is reserved for women, a bold move to challenge stereotypes and empower female technicians, engineers, and innovators. Instead, the deal was structured as a technology and investment partnership with shared ownership, shared profit, and shared innovation. Affordable, fuel-efficient bikes. Electric models for urban mobility. Custom-built agro-bikes for farmers. But under leaders like Ibrahim Traoré, that era is coming to an end. Durable cargo bikes for small businesses. Burkina Faso will not only produce bikes for domestic use. It aims to export to 15 other African countries under the African Continental Free Trade Area (AfCFTA) agreement. In short, this plant is not just about transport. One of the most exciting aspects of this project is its focus on local capacity building. The factory will be staffed primarily by Burkinabe workers, trained in, and rail projects being built to connect it to mechanical engineering, automotive assembly, quality assurance, renewable energy systems, logistics, and supply chain management. The government, in partnership with Japanese universities and companies, is establishing the Burkina Faso Japan Institute of Automotive Technology, BFJIT. Women will also play a central role. That means motorbikes made in Ouagadougou could soon be seen across the continent, from Dakar to Dar es Salaam. And the best part? Traoré has declared that no foreign loans were taken to finance this project. This means sovereign control stays in African hands. For decades, Africa has depended on second-hand goods, imports, and exploitative trade deals. This deal with Japan is part of a larger shift towards Pan-African industrial independence. Think about it. Mali is building its own cement factories. Ghana is refining its own gold. Senegal is investing in homegrown oil processing. And now Burkina Faso is leading the way in vehicle production, and he's choosing partnerships that respect Africa's dignity, not those that rob it of its sovereignty. This isn't isolationism, it's self-reliance. Now, the rest of Africa is watching. According to the Ministry of Youth and Innovation, more than 500 local startups have already registered to supply parts, provide logistics, or build tech services around the motorbike plant. This factory is becoming the epicenter of a new industrial ecosystem, African-designed, African-owned, and African-scaled. While others doubt, we document the rise of a continent no longer begging, but building. The vision goes beyond Burkina Faso. The motorbike plant is strategically located near West Africa's key trade routes, with new roads, and AfricVibe News is riding with it. Full throttle. Drop a comment below. Do you think Burkina Faso can become Africa's motorbike capital? Niger, Mali, Côte d'Ivoire, Ghana, Togo, and even as far as Cameroon. Under AfCFTA, Burkina Faso will benefit from zero tariffs on exports to member states. Japan has also pledged to help integrate blockchain technology to track bikes, reduce smuggling, and ensure secure cross-border payments. By 2030, the plan is expected to export 300,000 motorbikes annually, bringing in over $1.2 billion in foreign earnings for Burkina Faso. This deal is more than a headline. It's a blueprint. It shows that with vision, strategy, and the right partnerships, African nations can control their industries, employ their people, train their youth, and own their economic destinies. Ibrahim Traoré is not just talking. He's building. He's investing. This plant could be the first of many. Similar negotiations are reportedly underway with companies in South Korea, Indonesia, and Brazil. Burkina Faso has made its move. This is AfricVibe News, your #1 source for bold African transformation stories. While the world watches, we report. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story. From Ouagadougou to Tokyo, the revolution is real.